And then the fight ends, you win the fight, and then there's more noise. I mean, now there's pictures up about his leg showing that saying that there was a fracture before the fight. And I've even heard that there was one doctor that even said, yeah, it's a fracture there, but it's not a fracture in the area that would have compromised that particular bone or would have affected him in that particular way. I don't know what it all means. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I can only relay the news that is being said, that's out there. But he did put the pictures up. There is more noise. What do you make of it all?
I right off the bat, mentally, I just feel like it's weak. It's weak. It's excuses. But I'm trying not to read too far into it or go down these, days of reading what videos are out and what people are saying, because I'm back home with my family. It's a win on my record. I know I did what I needed to do in the fight, pre-fight, my training camp. I crossed and checked all the boxes I needed to check, gave it my all, and went out there. And then, like we're saying, it's noise. Whatever people are going to say or he's going to say, it is what it is. I'm healthy. I'm safe. I'm back home, have another win on my record, and I'm still the number one contender. So those are facts.
Having said all that, when the noise came, because the last fight, it was nice and quiet. Whatever happened to quietness? I don't know. But
there were a lot of excuses in the last one too.
Yeah, go ahead.
He was getting ready to box. He wasn't focused on mixed martial arts. He was getting ready to fight Manny Pacquiao, and that's a lot of reasons, a lot of excuses.
But before that fight, the atmosphere was a lot more peaceful. It was a lot more quiet. And then this fight comes and, he brings the noise. I mean, you see the difference right away, from all kinds of directions. Let me ask you something. Did you, as a fighter, as understanding the mental side of it, did you think that, hey, he's desperate, he needs the noise, he needs this?
That's exactly what I felt. I felt like when we looked at each other in the eyes at the press conference and I just seen his mannerisms, I thought I saw a man who was nervous, who was trying to convince himself that he's the guy that he's built himself up and the fans have built him up to be. That's what I saw.
You won the first round 10-8 on two of the three judges' scorecards. So, prior to him injuring his leg, it looked to me like one-way traffic all night. He had a few moments in the first 2 minutes, but I'd say the last 2.5, 3 minutes was just a one-way beatdown. Could you feel him withering in there? And did you, I'm assuming you were excited for round two based on how round one went.
I slipped the cross. We threw crosses at the same time. I slipped his, and I kind of threw a looping cross that touched him good. And there's now I know, I saw the same eyes that I saw in Abu Dhabi when I heard him on the feet. He makes a certain expression and his reaction is a certain way when he's hurt. And now I've seen it twice, but those eyes, it's hard to explain, but I know. And I saw exactly what I saw in Abu Dhabi when I had him hurt. So he was hurt before the grappling and him clinching and the takedown and all that. He was hurt on the feet. And I really feel like if he wouldn't have engaged in a clinch, I think I would have finished him there. I saw the same look in his eyes, and I knew I was a punch or two away from sitting him down.
How surprised were you when the fight ended and they waved it off and he was still on the floor with his leg bent in half in an area where it's not supposed to be broke, still talking crazy, and that he wasn't? It gave you an opportunity to look like an even bigger person again by saying you hope he gets home to his beautiful family while he's threatening death on you and your wife. Like, how surprised were you with the antics after the fight was over?
Yeah, that was a little surprising, but this guy will go as far, there's no boundaries to this man's talking and hype and stuff that he would do. I was surprised that with the broken leg, he was sitting there still talking, but the things he said, I wasn't surprised because he was talking crazy all week. Fighting is kind of, when you're in the moment, in the eye of the storm, it's kind of crazy. So I didn't know his leg broke because we both were punching at the same time. He went down, then I started punching him. I didn't know his leg was broke till the bell rang, and I started walking away, and he was sitting on his on his butt, kind of holding his leg, and I saw that there was that his ankle and the leg was kind of hanging. There was no resistance. There was no bone there. It was just like a flap of skin there. That's when I realized, oh, he broke his leg. As I'm walking to my corner, my cornerman runs in and we make eye contact and I say, he broke his leg. This is over. But I didn't know in the moment that it was broken.
It's very rare, almost impossible, Dustin, do you agree, to get through a camp not hurt, not dinged up? I mean, with what we do.
I mean, if you're training for a fight, you're gonna go into fight week with something going on, whether it's an elbow, a wrist, a hand, an ankle, something's gonna be busted up.
Something's dinged up. So that First of all, for the people out there, so that's a natural thing. That's part of the landscape. That's part of the environment. It's part of being a fighter. And so he goes in with whatever wasn't, like he's saying, he's purporting now. Maybe it was a hairline fracture, whatever. But he made the choice. He goes in there. And do you find it a little curious that if his leg was hurt, as he said he knew it was hurt, that he went so leg heavy?
It's not smart. It's not smart game plan if it is hurt, especially where he was kicking. He was kicking not my thigh or my calf muscle. He was kicking at my knee. Every kick was bone on bone.
Why would you go if you know you're going in? Exactly. That's what I want to hear from you.
I wouldn't.
I mean, you're going in there knowing you're compromised, right? What? But your hands aren't compromised. Your arms aren't compromised. But your leg is, and that one particular leg is. Why do you go heavy on that leg kicking?
You don't.
Why did he?
I'm not sure.
I know.
Even with technique, usually you want to set up these kicks. He was throwing them by themselves.
Yeah.
Usually you want to punch before you kick, just to set it up, just to get me thinking about something else. He was throwing kicks by themselves, single kicks by themselves directly on my knee. I'm not sure why he did. Maybe it was in his head that he needed to come out and show me that he can do it too, because I tore his leg up in the second fight. I have no clue. I have no clue what him and his coaches were thinking. In back of my head before the fight started, I thought he might come out in an orthodox stance, because then my calf kick wouldn't be there as a southpaw, and that's what I was thinking going into the fight. I said he might try to fight this orthodox for the first round.
Oh my goodness.